Welcome to Where Talent Meets Opportunity, a business show that provides our viewers with business strategies, tips, and information for starting, running, maintaining, and growing any small business. We have a great show planned for you today.
And we're here today with Tanya Hubbard from Bizy. How are you today?
I'm well, Jay, and yourself?
Excellent, excellent. I'm so glad to have you on our show today.
Thank you for having me.
Now, Tanya, I'd like to talk to you a little bit about Bizy. If you can tell me a little bit about the company. I know that you're Prince George's based, and I know you do staffing, but we want to talk to the audience today about why your staffing company is one of the best in the area.
Well, we pride ourselves on being one of the best in the area because we find candidates that meet our clients' needs, not just their budgetary needs, but the perfect candidate for the requirements that they have. As you know, each business is different and they each have their own special needs. We try to learn what their needs are and how our candidates can meet their needs.
Okay. I know there's a lot that you can do in staffing. Do you have cleared or non-cleared or both?
We do both. We have those with top secret security clearances as well as candidates that are not cleared at all. Some of our clients do not require clearances, but others, like the federal government, they definitely need a clearance, and we provide both.
Okay, so the actual clearance, let's just be clear, is this a facilities clearance that they're getting from the federal government, or is this a top secret or secret?
It varies.
Okay.
In some of our agencies, they have to have a top secret clearance, and that is conducted by the agency once we have done our initial screening. There are other clearances that if you're in Montgomery County, they need you to have a clearance, but it's more a public clearance, and we provide that.
Okay, so we've talked a little bit about the federal government.
Yes.
From a staffing perspective, would you all look at also, say, the hospitality field?
We definitely provide staffing for the hospitality field. We have done work with Centerplate and other catering staffs, private events, some for the senators and Congress, but all across the board, we definitely do. Yes.
Okay, and if I were a job candidate right now, taking a look at this show, how could I go about getting connected to Bizy?
Well, you can always access us through our website, and we have a contact space on our website where you can fill out your information and one of our representatives will call you, or you can give us a call at our office, and our phone number is 301-459-1233.
Okay, excellent. Now, Tanya, tell me how you got started. What was the motivation for you all to pull together Bizy?
Of course, you know, with the economy being such that it is, and it's a difficult time for residents of Prince George's County, as well as the fact that I have a daughter who is altruistic in nature, and she just had the need to give back. The way that she wanted to give back, she likes to do contributions to the homeless and so on and so forth. But it became something that she felt that we should do on a more global scale, something where we could offer residents the opportunity to feed themselves. And by providing workforce training and job opportunities, you can always feed yourself. So that is what initially got us started.
Well, elaborate for me a little bit on your workforce training. I think the workforce training in today's society is lagging a lot, especially with the youth.
I definitely agree.
What do you focus? Yeah, what do you focus on? I mean, it's really, the training to me is going to be extremely important. Extremely.
Well, we do various types of training, and one of the first things that we do is we test our candidates. We want to find out where they are and where our needs meet their skill level. So we provide them with testing for grammar and mathematical skills, and then we go in and we provide training. If they need mathematical training, we can supplement that type of training. But we also provide interview skills, resume writing skills, and things that people in this society need training on. How to conduct yourself professionally, conflict resolution skills. Just, it depends on where our candidate is and what their specific need is. Because again, everyone is different in their career placement. And you can't treat people like they're on an assembly line. You have to meet them at their individual need. And by doing that, we feel that we provide a better candidate.
Okay. Now, if I were an employer and I wanted to reach out to you all just a little and find out a little bit more about the types of services that you have and how quickly you can turn around job candidates, what might I expect?
Well, we have our representatives that would meet with you, find out what your specific needs are, where your budget needs are, because that's a big thing for a lot of employers. They have budgetary constraints and they still want a top candidate. Staffing is not like it used to be when I first entered the workforce. You could say, okay, here's a body, and that person would sit in at your desk and answer the phone and do nothing for the most part. Employers now want to meet with their agency and to tell them what their specific needs are, because there is a great potential that that employer will want to hire that person. Mm-hmm. Employers now are using staffing agencies to kind of have an idea or a feel for what the client can do and to determine whether that's the asset that they would like to fit in their company.
Okay, now I got a little news today about your company being featured in the, is it WSSC?
We actually featured in WMATA.
WMATA, okay, mm-hmm. The
WMATA's July 2016 newsletter. We are the featured DBE, and that's also in DDOT. So we are very excited to be recognized by WMATA and DDOT, and just excited overall that we are a premier staffing agency in this industry.
Excellent. And I'm looking at the article now, and I can tell you it's absolutely awesome.
Thank you, Jay.
Okay. Now, Tanya, before we close out today, I know that we've talked a little bit about the vendors, and I know we talked a little bit about the employers, but tell us a little bit about you and your vision.
I was grown and raised here in Prince George's County. And the Washington metropolitan area has always been my home. I think that this area is definitely dynamic and different than any other area in the country, and it speaks to its own unique needs. It's a very diverse area, and because of it being so diverse, I've learned that you need to be diversified in your business and your business needs. With that being said, of course, you know, we cater to the Spanish and Latino market, the non-hearing and the mentally challenged, as well as those who are re-entering the workforce for whatever reason that they may have. My goal and the goal of Bizy Bee is to become a staunch player in the staffing world and to be recognized amongst the best. And hopefully we will achieve that.
Well, I can tell you, Tanya, it's been absolutely a pleasure for you to be in today. I know that you all have done a phenomenal job. I can't even begin to tell our what do you call them? Viewers, the personality that you have, the challenges that you've come through, just to be able to get to where you are today. If there's anything that you'd like to share with them, I mean, just the challenges, because sometimes what happens when we're talking to our viewers, sometimes they feel like just going to a staffing company, it's maybe not the best thing to do. It's going to be too much money for someone to pay for me or something like that. Talk to them about some of the challenges that you come up against, but some of the success stories that you have had with some of the folks that you've placed.
Well, of course, again, there are significant challenges in this environment with the budget and with the employers being able to have candidates who require more skills but who take less money. We try to make sure that we match our candidates, as I said, with the employers and meet their needs. A challenge for everyday people, employer or employee, staffer or staffee, is that if you're going to work on a 9 to 5 and you still can't meet your daily needs, you're going to be a very disgruntled employee. We pride ourselves on not doing that. We pride ourselves on making sure that our candidates know that they're as important as our clients and vice versa. That we will help them to overcome their challenges. If they want to obtain a full-time job, we know that that's what their end goal is, and we try to help them work toward that, even if we have to match them up with a different employer.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit. I know you mentioned the reentry.
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about those that might be re-entering the job market. They have actually, they're called reentry citizens now. And sometimes it can be quite a challenge if you spent some time in jail and you want to get a job. What do you do?
Well, it's definitely a challenge. But now, being incarcerated offers skills to those folks that have been incarcerated. And of course, in society, it takes an innovative mind and a mind to be able to see past your faults. Those folks who are re-entering society have paid their debt to society, and we at Bizy Bee don't hold anything else against them. They've already done their time for whatever their issue was. We try, again, to assist them. If it's that they have skills of a laborer, we have positions for laborers. But we also have skills because in being incarcerated, you can have valuable skills like IT. And we partner with different organizations, POAC, and other agencies to help them to gain jobs in that work field and work around their record.
Okay. Now, for those that are over the age of 50,
Yes.
can be a challenge finding an opportunity. I mean, a lot of times you'll go in, they see your gray hair, you try to dye it, they see the wrinkles, the whole thing. It just doesn't seem like. And I've had challenges with several folks that have come to me that are over 50, and they have come out of a job market where they've made anywhere from, say, $100,000 to $200,000 a year, and in some cases maybe 65. But now they're out in the market and they're getting job offers at $30,000 and $35,000. Are you working with the companies that will hire them close to the salaries that they've made previously?
We definitely work with the aging population, and as a society we are aging. So it was a time that age discrimination was much more prevalent. Now folks are realizing that the older population is as viable as your youth. And not only are they as viable, they have training, they have workforce skills, and they are already primed. They take sometimes less training and less effort to fit into the field. As far as the income portion of it, yes, we are making sure that they are at least at a competitive salary rate. Sometimes we found that they may have to take a step back in order to take two forward. But again, we work with our candidates so that if in fact they are taking a step back, they're not taking a step and making them disgruntled. Because again, if you can't make the salary that you need to pay your bills, you're gonna be angry at work.
That's true.
We don't want that. So we try to make sure that we can facilitate the needs of the candidate and the client.
Awesome. Well, we'd like to say thank you for coming in today.
Thank you for having us.
And I'm just so excited, and we really do look forward to working with you in the county and having you and your staff and all the ones that you will have to have employed in the very near future come to you, Bizy Bee.
Thank you, Jay.